Hello students, in this video we are going to study skewness. See, skewness is basically asymmetry. Skewness refers to distortion or asymmetry in a symmetrical bell curve. What symmetry means? See, if this is a circle and we separate it in two parts, both these two parts are of, if these two parts are equal, that is this left part and this right part are equal, then we can say that this circle is symmetrical. Symmetrical means अगर आप उसको बीच से आधा आधा करते हैं 50-50 में, if you divide it, तो जो लेफ्ट पोर्शन होता है और जो राइट पोर्शन होता है वो दोनों पोर्शन इक्वल साइज के होते हैं और इक्वली लाइकली एक दूसरे के बराबर ही होते हैं, तो इसको बोलते हैं सिमेट्रिकल. And what skewness is? Skewness refers to distortion or asymmetry. Lack of symmetry. Asymmetry means lack of symmetry in a symmetrical bell curve. What this bell curve is, we will discuss in the later portion of this video. Or normal distribution in a set of data. If the curve is shifted to the left or to the right, it is said to be skewed. Skewness can be quantified as a representation of the extent to which the given distribution varies from the normal distribution. Now you have a normal distribution. What normal distribution is, we will also discuss about the normal distribution. Now when the data is shifted to the left or to the right, or it varies from the normal distribution, we say that the data is skewed. Skewness in statistics is the degree of distortion or asymmetry from the symmetrical bell curve in a probability distribution. So what we can conclude is skewness is the asymmetry in a symmetrical bell curve. We have a normal distribution, and when the data differs from the normal distribution, we call it skewed data. Now, what is normal distribution? The normal distribution is a probability function that describes how the value of the variable are distributed. It is a symmetric distribution where most of the values or the observations cluster around central peak. That is, suppose you have a data like this, right? These are the extreme values and these are the middle values. Now most of the values will be clustered around this portion. That is the frequency will be highest in the middle portion of the data. It is a symmetric distribution where most of the observation cluster around the central peak, and the probabilities for the values further away, that is the left portion and the right portion from the mean, taper off equally in both the direction. Extreme values in both the tails of the distribution are similarly unlikely. It is also called Gaussian's distribution and the bell curve. This bell curve, we will discuss it later. Now what this definition is saying, that the values, most of the values will be clustered around this portion, and these are the extreme values. These will taper, that is the frequency of these extreme values will be least. And how, if you draw a curve from the normal distribution, how will it look like? This is our normal distribution curve, and its shape is like a bell. Its shape is like a bell. You have seen a bell. Bell is like this, suppose, right? So its shape is like a bell, forming a bell. That is why we call it bell curve, normal distribution curve, or you can also call it bell shaped curve or bell curve. Now if you draw data from the normal distribution, the data will be plotted like this, and if you see, most of the values are clustered around this portion, and the left portion and the right portion are looking similarly equal. They are equal. This is what symmetry is. If you divide the data in a half portion, that is, if we cut this curve in half portion, then this portion, that is left hand side, and this right hand side will be of equal size. That is mirror image. You can also call it as mirror image. Normal distribution curve have the following feature. First is symmetrical bell curve, मतलब वो जो कर्व का शेप होगा वो बेल शेप होगा. Mean, median are equal. Both are located at the center of the distribution. That is, in case of normal distribution curve, mean, median and also mode, they all are located in the central portion of the curve. 68% of the data falls within 1 standard deviation of the mean, 95% of the data falls within 2 standard deviation of the mean, and 99.7% of the data falls within 3 standard deviation of mean. Now, how the skewed distribution will look like? This is the normal distribution which we have discussed it in the previous slide. Its shape is like a bell curve. Now, if our data is like this, see, in case of normal distribution, mean, median and mode are all located in the central portion of the mean, central part of this curve. If we have a skewed data is either negatively skewed or it can be positively skewed. If mode is in the central portion, median is here and mean is here, that is the tail of the curve. This is the tail. Here these are the tails. If the tail is, अगर वो tail है वो left hand side पे लंबी गई है, that is the tail is longer on the left hand side, then we call it negatively skewed. And if the tail is longer on the right hand side, then we call it positively skewed. अगर आप इसको याद रखने के लिए देखो, तो जब आप आगे की डायरेक्शन में जा रहे हो, इसको अगर आप आगे की डायरेक्शन में रखो, तो अगर राइट हैंड साइड आपका आगे जा रहा है तो ये पॉजिटिवली होगा, अगर आप पीछे बैक गियर में जा रहे हो तो वो नेगेटिवली स्क्यूड डेटा होगा. द टाइप ऑफ स्क्यूनेस. व्हाट आर द टाइप्स ऑफ स्क्यूनेस? वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड. नॉर्मल स्क्यू, नॉर्मल, or you can also call it no skewness. If the skewness, when you quantify the skewness, that is when you calculate the value of skewness, if the value of skewness lies between minus 0.5 to plus 0.5, the data are fairly symmetrical, that is there is no skewness. When you calculate the skewness and your value comes between 0.5 minus 0.5 to plus 0.5, there is no skewness, that is absence of skewness, and the data is normally distributed. Its tails are evenly distributed on both the sides. Now, if the skewness is between minus 1 to minus 0.5, that is negatively skewed, or between 0.5 and 1 positively skewed, the data are moderately skewed. It has a longer tail on the left hand side, that is left hand side. This is negatively skewed. And in case of positive skewed, if the skewness is less than minus 1, that is negatively skewed, or greater than 1 positively skewed, the data are highly skewed and its tail will be longer on the right hand side. Now, how will you calculate skewness? What are the methods by which we can calculate the value of skewness? See, there are 3 persons. These 3 persons have given 3 methods for calculating skewness. First is Karl Pearson. We call it Karl Pearson's coefficient of skewness. Then Bowley's coefficient of skewness and Kelly's coefficient of skewness. First of all, Karl Pearson's coefficient of skewness. See, we represent it by Sk and small p. Formula is very simple: mean minus mode divided by standard deviation. First you calculate the mean, then you calculate the mode and the standard deviation, and mean minus mode divided by the standard deviation is Karl Pearson's coefficient of skewness. Now, what will happen if you are not able to find mode? There are many cases, many kind of data where mode is indeterminate. Indeterminate means you cannot find mode. Like the data is where there are 3 or 5 mode. So, in that case, we will use this formula. Mean minus bracket 3 median minus 2 mean divided by standard deviation, or this formula can also be written as 3 whole bracket mean minus median and the whole divided by standard deviation. So either you can use this formula or mean minus mode divided by the standard deviation, and if mode is not determinant and you are not able to find mode, then you will use this 3 bracket mean minus median divided by the standard deviation. Now Boley's coefficient of skewness. Boley's coefficient of skewness use quartiles. Quartile is related to the median. We have Q1, Q2 and Q3. Q2 is actually the median. You call it quartile, middle quartile, or you can also call it median. So how will you calculate Boley's coefficient of skewness? Q3 minus Q2 minus Q2 minus Q1 and whole divided by Q3 minus Q1. Here Q1 is the first quartile, Q2 is the second quartile and Q3 is the third quartile. And if we interchange the Q2 with median, the formula will be like this: Q3 plus Q1 minus 2 median whole divided by Q3 minus Q1. The value of the coefficient of skewness is 0. If the value of coefficient is skewness is 0, it is symmetrical distribution. If the value is greater than 0, it is positively skewed, and if the value is less than 0, it is negatively skewed. मतलब अगर इसको सम अप करें तो 0 से अगर वैल्यू ज़्यादा होगी, जैसे 0.1, 0.2, 0.31 तक अगर होती है, उसके आगे भी होती है, तो जो हम लोगों का स्क्यूनेस होगा इट विल बी पॉजिटिवली स्क्यूड. और इफ द वैल्यू कम्स इन नेगेटिव दैट इज लेस देन 0, देन इट इज नेगेटिवली स्क्यूड. और अगर 0 हो गया तो देयर इज नो स्क्यूनेस, दैट इज द डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन इज नॉर्मल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन. Now Kelly's coefficient of skewness. Kelly's coefficient of skewness use percentile and decile. Now what the percentile formula is P90 minus 2P50 plus P10 and whole divided by P90 minus P10. P90 that is percentile 90, P50 is percentile 50 and P10 is percentile 10. अगर एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आता है तो देयर आर चांसेस दैट यू विल यूज आइदर कार्ल पियर्सन और यू विल यूज बोलीज. कैली के बहुत कम चांसेस होते हैं कि कैली के कोफिशिएंट ऑफ स्क्यूनेस वो स्पेसिफिकली पूछें एग्जाम में आपसे. सो एग्जाम में जो अगर आता है तो कार्ल पियर्सन या फिर बोली. दिस इज द फॉर्मूला बाय यूजिंग परसेंटाइल एंड दिस इज अ फॉर्मूला बाय यूजिंग डिसाइल. D9 minus 2D5 plus D1 whole divided by D9 minus D1. So D9 is decile 9, D5 is decile 5 and D1 is decile 1. So in this way you will calculate the skewness, and we will also discuss kurtosis. Skewness and kurtosis, they both represent the two aspects of the curve. We have discussed skewness, and the other video we will discuss about the kurtosis.